Okie doke. This video is going to cover the Module 10 timeline assignment. This is in our online classroom in the Module 10 folder. I've already got the assignment pulled up, but you will want to make sure that you review our Module 10 presentation before you get started on this. So for this, think about how much the menswear industry has changed in a few places, not all, over the last several years. I think about how shoes and ties and pants have changed, really, like the styling of those. There are some things that are very classic pieces in menswear, but a lot of things we can see change over a very short period of time. So for that, you are going to identify one specific item or time period in a 50-year period that you'd like to review. I mean, think about dates from 1800s or before. If you do a time period, you could do 1950s and on. It doesn't matter to me. Pick something you're interested in. If you choose instead to focus on one type of item in men's apparel, an example of this could be sneakers or tennis shoes, whatever you call them. You could pick shoes for a 50-year period in menswear and identify those changes. So I've got a slide set in Google Slides, and I've linked that here in number 3 in those directions. I've also included an example. In order to complete your slide, you'll either identify your time period or the item and put the dates that you're covering, put your name on the slide, and then 5 different points in fashion during this time period. When I show you that example, you'll get that. So for this, you also need 5 photos of each item that you've highlighted during that time frame. Provide sources in the links or in the text area. And then as far as providing information on culture, technology, and lifestyle, you're welcome to do that. But if you only have room for the content that we're looking for, like the actual men's history here, that's okay too. So I'm opening up the men's timeline Google Slides. We'll give it just a second. Okay, so it looks like that finally opened up for us. So this is what you'll see when you start. Here is my slide. I did ties, because if you look over here on this image, you can see some pretty big drastic changes. I did link that source if you click on this image, but I did the 1950s through the 1990s. And so these right here are each of my pictures. So I've got 5 of those. And then I talked about what this style of tie was during that time period. These are the 2 resources that I used. If you're not familiar with how to make text into a link, if you just copy and highlight the link or the text, that you're looking to make a link, and then Control K on your keyboard, that's going to give you the option to apply that right here. Or another way that you can do that is to highlight the text. And if you look up here in your toolbar, you're going to have the option right here to insert a link. And then you apply that link and it'll make it that text. If you want to put your resources right here in this text box, that's fine too. So overall, identify a 50-year time period. If you want to do general men's clothing during that 50-year period, that's fine. Or if you want to pick one item to focus on, that would be great too. Don't forget to put your name on there, and don't forget to provide those resources. Once you've created your slide, come back to the assignment in Blackboard in Module 10 and submit a quick reflection addressing why you chose the time period or items that you did. This will trigger your scoring rubric for me to be able to grade that slide. So you do have to come back to Blackboard and give that quick reflection. If you have any questions, please just let me know.